down. Certified lover boy, certified pedophiles. Wow, wow.
Good morning, guys. It's Koan here. It's 7 in the morning. I had to wake up out of my beauty sleep to cover this icky shit. This disgusting, icky topic. This disgusting and icky person that is Kris Tyson. I'm gonna go a little in depth about what he did, all this disgusting and disturbing shit that he did. But the main topic of the video is are people that are defending him. I'm developing a speech impediment just because of how disgusting the situation is, and also how stupid these people defending him are. There are people out there defending him like Pokimane, etc. It's I don't know. I don't like, honestly, like, to me, I really don't know how you could defend a pedophile, honestly. But I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys everything that happened with Kris. So a few years back, I think it was 2017. I'm pretty sure the boy is of age now, but a few years back, the boy was 13, and Kris, during that same time, was in his early 20s, if not 20 years old, and he was chatting away with the boy. He was talking to his 13-year-old boy. In what world is it okay to talk to a 13-year-old boy? And he was also making sex jokes with a 13-year-old boy. A 13-year-old boy, the age of consent is 18. Why do you need to be talking about sex with a 13-year-old boy? He's 5 years under the age of consent. Why would you need to be talking about sex with the kid? A 13-year-old boy. It's fucking disgusting, dude. But not only that, Kris, he was liking and buying child porn art and promoting child porn art made by someone named Shadman, who also drew child porn of Keemstar's 8-year-old daughter, an 8-year-old little girl. That's fucking immoral and disgusting. That's sick and treacherous as fuck. It's words can't even describe how fucking disgusting that is. Yeah, but Kris, he's out there doing shit like this. The worst part about it is him being a pedophile. I'm gonna go ahead and say this. Before we go any further, I'm gonna go ahead and say this. Kris Tyson is a fucking pedophile. He's a child predator. And Dr. Disrespect is also a pedophile and a child predator. Both of them are pedophiles and child predators. I'm gonna go ahead and say that right now. But anyways, the worst part about it is the people that are defending him, such as Pokimane. You see, I have the tweet pulled up. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the tweet. She actually made 2 tweets. The first one was it was kind of good, but the second one, it was brain rot. It was stupid as hell. I'll be completely honest. It was stupid. So I'm gonna go ahead and share it on screen, and I'll read it to you guys, or you guys can pause the video and read both. So this one was it was tweeted at, she posted at 11:34 a.m. This one was posted at 11:36, 2 minutes before. It says, I don't know all the details regarding the Ev situation. Why would you stick your head in a situation and you don't even know everything that's going on with the situation? If you don't even know all the details, you know, that's common sense. So she says, I don't know all the details regarding the Ev situation, but I want to make it clear. Any inappropriate behavior towards minors is unacceptable, regardless of who you are. It's a shame that, see, this would have been a big yes, but it soon became a big no. It's a shame that people will see this as an opportunity to attack the trans community as a whole. One person's actions does not reflect on every single trans person. This is the most illogical, most brain dead, most stupid shit I've ever read in my entire life. Never in my 15 years of being on this planet have I ever read any shit as stupid as that. That's the stupidest shit I've ever read in my entire life. I don't think I'll read anything stupider than that. No one even brought the trans community into this. Kris Tyson is transgender. Well, I want to tell you guys something. I'm going to go ahead and say this. I really don't care what anyone has to say about it. I'm going to go ahead and say this. Yeah, you guys see that? That's Kris Tyson. That's not a fucking woman. That's a man. That will never be a female. That'll always be a male. He looks like a female, but he's not a fucking female. That's a male. Oh, I transition. You transphobic. I'm not transphobic. I'm being completely honest. Everyone in the fucking trans community, this takes a shit all over biology. You guys don't like when people put out biology. This is a fucking man. I know it's kind of bright, but that's a fucking man. Like, excuse my French YouTube, but that's a man. I don't care about getting demonetized. That's a man. That would never be a female. Just because he looks like a female does not mean he's a female. So everyone needs to get their shit straight about that. You guys like to take a shit all over biology. That's not the problem at hand. The problem at hand is Kris Tyson is a fucking pedophile. I've said that already. But the bad part, one of the really, really bad parts about it is the people that are defending him. Pokimane. She gave him a bed to sleep on, a pillow to rest his head, and a blanket to keep him warm from all the cold shoulder that every person on YouTube is giving him. What everyone across the media is giving him. Like, brother has a blanket keeping him warm from all the cold shouldering that everyone is doing to him. See, and I'm gonna be one of those people that are giving him the cold shoulder because he's a fucking pedophile. He's a child predator. He's into kids. He's into child porn art. He was making sexuals with a 13-year-old boy. That's fucking disgusting, and it's not absurd. It's creepy. See, this this tweet has me losing brain cells by the minute. I'm becoming cognitively challenged, but everyone is just, I'll be honest, everyone is just protecting Kris, you know, just they're shielding him from all those punches because he's trans, and him being trans has nothing to do with it. Trans or not, he's still a fucking pedophile. He made a sexual joke. He made some sexual jokes with a 13-year-old boy. I guess you can count that as having a sexual conversation because he actually took the time to fucking type that and shit. Excuse my language. And he bought, liked, and promoted child porn art. So it doesn't get any worse than that. And plain and simple, that's some pedophile shit. That's some pedophilia. All the people defending him is just crazy. Like, they're attacking the people that are attacking Kris. They think the people that are attacking Kris are attacking the trans community. And no one's even attacking the trans community. Attacking a trans man for being a pedophile. That's what it is. Because he was talking with a 13-year-old boy. I was watching a video about it earlier. No matter if you're a trans individual and you do some shit, like talk to a minor and say inappropriate stuff to a minor, you should still be held accountable for that. Because you did it. You went out of your way to do something like that. I really don't care what the media has to say. I don't care what the trans community has to say. Kris Tyson, you're a fucking pedophile. It doesn't matter if you're fucking trans. I don't care what any of the trans people have to say. Oh, you're being transphobic. I'm not being transphobic. I'm just saying, I don't give a shit if Kris is in the trans community. He's a fucking pedophile. Just because you're trans doesn't keep you from being a fucking pedophile if you like kids. I'll be completely honest. A trans person is being defended. Everyone wants to skip over the fact that people are defending Kris because he's trans. That does not justify him being a pedophile. That does not justify him liking, buying, and promoting child porn art, including a drawing showcasing Keemstar's 8-year-old daughter being shown in a sexual manner. It is not protecting from any of that. He's still a fucking pedophile, and he still talked to a 13-year-old boy and made sex jokes with a 13-year-old boy. Like, there's no protecting this dude, honestly. Sneeko made a video about it. Like, he made one good point that proved the point that people are defending him because he's trans, but the rest of the video is kind of just nonsense. Mr. Beast already knows that Kris is a pedophile. He already knew that Kris was buying child porn photos or child porn art. Honestly, I really don't know why Mr. Beast would really give a shit about someone speaking about Kris being a pedophile. If he already knew that Kris was buying this child porn art from Shadman, it's like, it doesn't make any sense. I don't know why he would get mad about someone speaking out against his pedophile best friend, even when he knew his pedophile best friend was buying child porn art. Like, it doesn't really make any sense. The media crucified, they destroyed Dr. Disrespect. I'm not trying to defend him because he's still a fucking pedophile. He's a child predator. He was talking to a 17-year-old girl. They should be showing Kris the same treatment that they show Dr. Disrespect. Like, both of them are pedophiles, but one of them is just a glorified pedophile. I'm going to make an example. I'm going to make a quick example. So if you go up to someone and you punch them in their shit, it's wrong. But if another person goes up to someone and punches them in their shit and then they give them money, it's still wrong. Giving them money doesn't justify you punching them in the face because it was wrong in the first place. You shouldn't have done it. That's simple. That's logic. That just proves that people, including the media, will treat other people differently depending on who they are. That's kind of what it is here. That's why everyone is defending Kris for being a pedophile. It's only because he's trans. You see, they're not showing him the same treatment that they showed Dr. Disrespect, because Kris is trans and Dr. Disrespect isn't. So I got the Sneeko video pulled up. Like 90% of it is brain rot and illogical stuff, but 10% of it actually proves the point that I'm trying to prove right now, that people get treated differently because of who they are. Like, the media has really favored Kris. That's what I'm trying to say. They've only favored him because he's trans, and everyone thinks everyone that's taking shots at him for being a pedophile is attacking the trans community, and that's not even what it is. Because if he wasn't trans, they'd be fucking running his ass to the dirt. That's really what it is. Like YouTube, I'm sorry, excuse my language, but that's really what it is. But like 90% of it is brain rot, 10% of it is like an actual point. People get treated differently because of who they are. So I'm gonna go ahead and play the video for you guys.
The number one hypocrisy that I'm seeing is all the mainstream bot Twitch streamers, these female streamers who I don't even need to say their names. These female Twitch streamers who dominate the Twitch platform, they were so quick to talk about Dr. Disrespect. When Dr. Disrespect, he didn't even get anything leaked. There's no receipts. Apparently he messaged a 17-year-old and immediately jumped to Twitter to call him the worst person ever. And when I saw that, I'm like, okay, straight white man who's talking about conservative values, they don't like him. That has nothing to do with the 17-year-old. They just don't like him, and they want a reason to cancel him. That's why you see the same people who called out Dr. Disrespect are silent around Kris from Mr. Beast, even with mountains of evidence, because they don't want to lose opportunities. YouTube isn't going to say anything about this because YouTube wants to have the biggest creator on the platform. They don't want to lose that. They don't want to lose their cash cow. None of the Twitch streamers are going to be consistent with their fake morality, because why would they?
Now, you guys know what? 50% of the video was educational. So the first 25%, Kris is treated differently because he's transgender. That's one. The other 25% is Mr. Beast is the cash cow of YouTube. He has the most subscribers on that platform. You know, he's bringing the YouTube platform racks on racks on racks on racks. So why wouldn't they want to keep him on the platform? So that's actually a good point that Sneeko made. Even though he's still a delusional nut job and he's a cognitively challenged individual, but I guess I can't argue with them on that. And it's honestly sad that people go out of their way to defend a pedophile because he's transgender. Being transgender does not justify you talking to a 13-year-old boy and saying sexual things to a 13-year-old boy and buying child porn art of a streamer's 8-year-old daughter. That does not justify you being a pedophile, Mr. Kris Tyson. The most stupid, the most brain rot, the most brain dead part about it is some of the people in the trans community and some of the people that support transgenderism call us transphobic because we're addressing the case. We're getting on to Kris Tyson for being a pedophile. Half the media is on his ass because he's a pedophile. He said sexual things to a 13-year-old boy, sexual jokes to a 13-year-old boy, talking about sending nudes. And he bought child porn art. Not just any child porn art. He bought child porn art of Keemstar's 8-year-old daughter. Keemstar's daughter was drawn in a sexual manner, posted online, and someone went out and they bought it and they promoted it. That's the most immoral shit ever. That's the most disgusting and disturbing shit ever. But Kris only gets preferential treatment because he's transgender. If he was not, I'll say this again, if he was not transgender, everyone on the media would be running his ass through the dirt. But he gets preferential treatment because he's transgender. And him being transgender does not justify him being a pedophile. That does not justify him buying child porn art. That does not justify him talking to a 13-year-old boy. Talking about sending news to a 13-year-old boy. That does not justify him at all. He's a fucking pedophile. Another stupid part about this, some people in the trans community will go and attack someone for getting onto a trans person about non-trans related things. Non-trans related means nothing to do with the trans community. Nothing to do with the trans community at all. You guys got me right? Pedophilia. That's what Kris Tyson was engaging in. He was engaging in pedophilia. Pedophilia and transphobia are two different things. You guys got me? Kris Tyson was talking to a 13-year-old boy and he was joking around about sending nudes. He was also buying child porn art and promoting it online. Just because us, the media, are covering it does not make us transphobic whatsoever. Kris Tyson was engaging in pedophilia. And the same rules apply to someone that's homosexual. If a homosexual individual is talking to underage kids, he's still a pedophile. He doesn't get preferential treatment because he's gay. You guys got me? It's the same thing. It's the same thing with Dr. Disrespect, right? He's a straight male. He was talking to a 17-year-old girl, and the media destroyed him about it. That's how it should be, regardless if you're gay, lesbian, trans, queer, or bisexual. The same rules apply. You guys got me? And some of the trans people, they try and push this narrative. If you have a view that they don't like, then you're transphobic. For example, if I say a trans person is weird, that in no way should indicate that I'm transphobic. Yes, a boy wanting to be a girl is weird. Everyone knows that. That's not something that would say, oh yeah, that's normal. That's not something that happens on an everyday basis. That's weird. Why would a boy want to be a girl? Why would a girl want to be a boy? And that's not transphobic, me saying that. That's actually just weird. I've never thought about being a girl, and I'm never going to think about being a girl, because that's not who I am. I don't need to be a girl to feel complete. And I'm not trying to offend anyone in the trans community. That's not what I'm trying to do at all. All I'm saying, that's borderline weird. Why would you want to be another gender? Why would you want to change who you are? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm not even trying to attack the trans community. That's all I'm saying. Be who you are. Don't be like Kris Tyson and be a pedophile. That's all I'm saying, guys. So, guys, that about wraps up the video. This was like a super controversial topic. You know, everyone was just like on this, and a lot of people they used to like really love Kris Tyson back in the day on those Mr. Reach videos back in like 2018, 2017, 2019. You guys know what I'm saying? Like I never really paid that much attention to Kris, but I was like, oh yeah, that's Kris Tyson. He's cool. I always thought of him as like a cool person on the Mr. Beast channel, you know, because he's in every video. It's like who doesn't want to see Kris Tyson in the video? He's cool. He's one of the cool people on the channel. And now that he's transitioned and now that he's a pedophile, it's terrible. You know, that's some icky shit. That's not anything that you can just like grow out of in the day. That's not something that you can just get away from in the day, you know. But I've wiped my entire channel. Like you guys won't see any old videos. I want to start something new with my channel. I want to start commentary. You know, I want to make more videos like this. Like I really look up to YouTubers like Penguin Zero, Internet Anarchist, Sunny, Mudahar, all of them. I always thought they were like super cool YouTubers. You know, I always wanted to like make content like them. You know, like I know my content isn't like as good as theirs. You know, because those guys are legends. You know, to me those guys are just fucking legends. But yeah, I want to start something new with my YouTube channel. But I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. It's time for me to get some sleep.